Right, Verghese, in fact, what you see on your screens there is the firefighters who did manage to pull out Hussein almost immediately. It is understood that he was in fact much higher. Salim was stuck much below where Hussein was. They pulled out Hussein. Of course, as you can see, he has suffered quite a few injuries himself. Salim, however, did not manage to survive that particular ordeal. Verghese, any word on Hussein's condition as of now? We did see that he has been quite badly injured as well.
Well, the police have been able to admit him to a local hospital. The doctors are examining him. They are trying to ensure that any particles that is there in his airways, especially in the trachea, can be removed or sucked out. They are also looking at the possibility of rib fractures or any other fractures on his hands or legs, because the weight of this mud falling immediately on the human body is, in fact, too much for the body to bear. So they are giving him a thorough examination. But from the outside, he's got minor injuries, but still there is an extensive examination that is going on at present to ensure that they could figure out if there are any other injuries, or is he fine at present, Akshita.
Right, Verghese. So also at this point, is it a little too early to go ahead and judge on exactly what led to this accident? Was it just a mere case of mud falling on them, or was it because of shoddy work? Did they in fact dump the mud that they had dug out right on the side that led to it falling on them?
Well, what happened at present is that what sources are telling us is that this particular drainage pipe had to be laid at the depth of around 15 feet. And so it was it's a massive pipe that is being laid out so that the entire load of discharged water from that entire area passes through that particular pipe. So it was a massive construction work that was actually happening. But the soil condition was such that it was loose on either side of this particular slit that they were in fact trying to have on the earth. That soil caved in immediately without warning upon these people who were in fact removing the debris that was already there in this particular gorge. So they were trying to remove the debris. That is when the soil on either side of them just caved upon each other, because it was not firm enough. And unfortunately, Salim got stuck at a much deeper depth, while Hussein was lucky enough to be a little above Salim. But it took rescue personnel some time to remove all that mud that had caved in and to reach towards Salim. That is what cost time, Akshata.
Right, Verghese, thank you so much for joining us with all those details. Unfortunate that 26-year-old Salim did not manage to survive that particular harrowing incident. 25-year-old Hussein was pulled out. Both of them were, of course, almost 15 feet underground trying to lay a drainage pipe. We understand that they had dug up that particular area, but it looks like at 15 feet, the soil out there was very, very loose. You can see that it's a very, very narrow pathway that was, in fact, dug up. Two people were down there. It was understood that a lot more people could not get down there. They were monitoring the work from right above, which is when the mud which was loose on the sides caved in, and it is understood that Salim was stuck right below. Hussein was on top of him. So the firefighters, as soon as they reached, they started digging up the area. They managed to pull out 25-year-old Hussein, and he was fortunately alive. You can see that is Hussein there. Suffered quite a few injuries, but it is understood that he will be okay. But unfortunately, 26-year-old Salim did not manage to survive that incident. Could have been suffocation, or also the fact that he suffered quite a few injuries when that mud fell in as well. It is understood that there was a huge amount of mud that fell in on them, almost closed up that entire area, which is why the firefighters had to be called in as well. They immediately started digging up that area, and tragedy taking place on Ganesha Chaturthi. There are two men, Salim and Hussein, trapped underneath. One of them managing to escape. He has suffered grievous injuries, but Salim not making it there. Possibly suffocation led to his death. Well, this was at a construction site in Whitefield. It is understood that the mud had caved in while these two men were going ahead and laying a drainage pipe. This was almost 15 feet deep, and they were underneath there. It is understood that it was very, very narrow as well. Well, we're now joined in over the phone lines by an eyewitness, Chandrasekhar. My colleague Verghese catches up with him.
Hello. Chandrasekhar avare namaskar.
Mr. Chandrasekhar, can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
Mr. Chandrasekhar, exactly what took place? What time did this happen? Kannadalla heli, sir.
ಹೇಳಿ ಮೇಡಮ್.
ಏನ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಏನಾಯ್ತು?
ಮೇಡಮ್ ಆಕ್ಚುಲಿ BWSS ವರ್ಕ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ UGDದು ಕೆಲಸ ನಡೀತಾ ಇತ್ತು, ಅರ್ಥ ವರ್ಕ್ ನಡೀತಾ ಇತ್ತು. ಈ ನಲ್ಲೂರಳ್ಳಿ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನಮ್ಮ ವೈಟ್ ಫೀಲ್ಡ್ ಹತ್ರ ನಲ್ಲೂರಳ್ಳಿ ಗ್ರಾಮದಲ್ಲಿ.
ಓಕೆ.
ಈ ಪಟ್ಟಣದ ಅಗ್ರಹಾರದಿಂದ ನಲ್ಲೂರಳ್ಳಿ ಹೋಗೋ ರಸ್ತೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಕೆಲಸ ನಡೀತಾ ಇದ್ದು. ಅಲ್ಲೇನಾಗಿದೆ, ಮಣ್ ಕೆಲಸ ಮಾಡಿ ಸುಮಾರು 14ರಿಂದ 18 ಅಡಿ ಮಣ್ ಕೆಲಸ ಅರ್ಥ ವರ್ಕ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಇದು ಅವರು ಪೈಪ್ ಕನೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಮಾಡುವಾಗ 3 ಜನ ಕೆಲಸ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ರಂತೆ.
ಓಕೆ.
ಅದ್ರಲ್ಲಿ ಒಬ್ಬ ಮೇಲೆ ಬಂದ್ಬಿಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾನೆ, ಇನ್ನಿಬ್ರು ಮೇಲಿಂದ ಮಣ್ಣು ಕುಸಿದ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಇಬ್ರು ಒಳಗೆ ಸಿಗಾಕೊಂಡು ತುಂಬಾ ತೊಂದರೆ ಆಗಿದೆ. ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ಒಬ್ಬರನ್ನ ಎಲ್ಲ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡ್ಕೊಂಡಿತ್ತು, ಒಬ್ಬರನ್ನ ತೆಗೆದು ಕ್ಲಿಯರ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಅವ್ನು ಬದುಕೊಳ್ತಿದ್ದಾನೆ, ಅವ್ನಿಗೆ ಕೈ ಎಲ್ಲ ಫ್ರಾಕ್ಚರ್ ಆಗಿದೆ. ಅವನಿಗೂ ಕೆಳಗೆ ಇನ್ನೊಬ್ಬ ಕೆಲಸ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇರ್ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಅವ್ನ ಮೇಲೆ ಮಣ್ಣು ಮುಚ್ಕೊಂಡು ಅವ್ನು ತೆಗಿಯೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಆ ಮಣ್ಣೆಲ್ಲ ರಿಸೀವ್ ತೆಗೆದು ಹೊರಗಡೆ ಹಾಕೋ ಹೊತ್ತಿಗೆ ಅವನು ತೀರೋಗಿದ್ದಾನೆ. ಹೀಗಾಗಿದೆ. ಈಗ ಆಕ್ಚುಲಿ 1 ತಿಂಗಳಿಂದ ಕೆಲಸ ನಡೀತಾ ಇದೆ ಮೇಡಮ್.
ಓಕೆ. ಮಿಸ್ಟರ್ ಚಂದ್ರಶೇಖರ್, ಎಷ್ಟು ಟೈಮ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಈ ಜನ ರೆಸ್ಕ್ಯೂ ಮಾಡಕ್ಕೆ?
ಅರೌಂಡ್ 2:30ಗೆ ಇನ್ಸಿಡೆಂಟ್ ಆಗಿರೋದು.
ಓಕೆ.
3:30-4 ಗಂಟೆ ಹೊತ್ತಿಗೆ ಅದನ್ನೆಲ್ಲ ಕ್ಲಿಯರ್ ಮಾಡಿ ತೆಗೆಯೋಷ್ಟರಲ್ಲಿ 3:30-4 ಗಂಟೆ ಆಗಿತ್ತು. ಒಬ್ಬರು ಒಂದು ಅರ್ಧ ಗಂಟೆ 1 ಅವರ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಒಬ್ಬರನ್ನ ಅದು ಎದೆ ಮಟ್ಟಕ್ಕೆ ಮಣ್ಣು ತುಂಬಿಕೊಂಡಿತ್ತು, ಅದನ್ನೆಲ್ಲ ಕ್ಲಿಯರ್ ಮಾಡಿ ತೆಗೆಯೋಷ್ಟರಲ್ಲಿ 1 ಅವರ್ ಆಯ್ತು. ಅವ್ರನ್ನ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಕಳ್ಸಿಕೊಟ್ವಿ, ಹಾಸ್ಪಿಟಲ್ಗೆ ಕಳ್ಸಿಕೊಟ್ವಿ. ಮತ್ತೆ ಇನ್ನೊಬ್ಬರನ್ನ ತೆಗೆಯೋ ಹೊತ್ತಿಗೆ ಹತ್ತತ್ರ 3:30-4 ಗಂಟೆ ಆಗೋಯ್ತು. ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ಅವನ ಮೇಲೆ ತೆಗೆಯೋಷ್ಟರಲ್ಲಿ ಅವನು ಮೃತಪಟ್ಟಿದ್ದ. ಹಲೋ
ಚಂದ್ರಶೇಖರ್ ಅವರು, ಈಗ ಈ ಮಣ್ಣು ಹೇಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿತ್ತು ಮೇಲೆ? ಇದು ಹೇಗೆ ಘಟನೆ ಆಯ್ತು? ಇದು
ಆಕ್ಚುಲಿ ಕೆಲಸ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇರ್ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ, ಹೊರಗೆ ಕೆಲಸ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇರ್ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಮಣ್ಣು ಮೇಲಿಂದ ಗುಡ್ಡೆ ಕುಸಿದಿರೋದು ಸರ್, ಭೂಮಿ.
ಹೌದಾ? ಇದು ಇವರು ರೆಸ್ಕ್ಯೂ ಪರ್ಸನಲ್ ಬರೋಕೆ ಎಷ್ಟು ಟೈಮ್ ಆಯ್ತು? ಈ ರೆಸ್ಕ್ಯೂ ಈ ಫೈರ್ ಡಿಪಾರ್ಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಅವರು ಬರೋಕೆ ಎಷ್ಟು ಟೈಮ್?
ಇಲ್ಲ, ನಾವು ಫೋನ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ಮೇಲೆ ಒಂದು 15-20 ನಿಮಿಷ ಒಳಗೆ ಫೈರ್ ಡಿಪಾರ್ಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಅವ್ರು ಬಂದ್ರು. ಪೊಲೀಸ್ ಡಿಪಾರ್ಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಆಲ್ರೆಡಿ ಸ್ಥಳಕ್ಕೆ ಬಂದಿದ್ರು. ಮತ್ತೆ BWSSB ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಇಂಜಿನಿಯರ್ಸ್ಗೆ ಫೋನ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ವಿ, ಫೋನ್ ರಿಸೀವ್ ಮಾಡಿಲ್ಲ. ಮತ್ತೆ ಫೋನ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಸ್ವಿಚ್ ಆಫ್ ಆಗಿದ್ರು. ಡಿಪಾರ್ಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಅವರು BWSSB ಅವರಂತೂ ಸಿಬ್ಬಂದಿ ಅವರು ಯಾರು ಬಂದಿಲ್ಲ. BBMP ಆಗಲಿ
BWSSB ಯಾರು ಅಧಿಕಾರಿಗಳು ಯಾರು ಬಂದಿಲ್ಲ ಇನ್ನು ಅಲ್ಲಿ?
ಯಾರು ಬಂದಿಲ್ಲ, BWSSB ಅವರು ಬಂದಿಲ್ಲ, BBMP ಅವರು ಬಂದಿಲ್ಲ.
ಹೌದಾ?
ಚಂದ್ರಶೇಖರ್ ಅವರೇ, ಹುಸೇನ್ ಕಂಡೀಷನ್ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಏನೋ ಗೊತ್ತಾ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ?
ಮೃತಕ ಒಬ್ರಂತೂ ಕೈ ಫ್ರಾಕ್ಚರ್ ಆಗಿತ್ತು, ಹಾಸ್ಪಿಟಲ್ ಅಡ್ಮಿಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಇನ್ನೊಬ್ಬ ಮೇಲೆ ತೆಗೆಯೋಷ್ಟರಲ್ಲೇ ತೀರೋಗಿದ್ದ.
Okay. Thank you, Chandrasekhar avare, nam jote matladike. So there you have it. It is understood that 3 people were down there. One person, in fact, got out, and just as he got out, that mud caved in. This incident took place at about 2:30 in the afternoon. By about 3 to 3:30 is when Hussein was pulled out, and within a matter of minutes, Salim was also pulled out. But unfortunately, Salim did not survive. It is understood that Hussein has been rushed to the hospital, and he is being treated there for his injuries. Nothing serious is what we understand. The doctors have confirmed that he will survive this particular incident. But no doubt this incident took place, it looks like, because of shoddy work, as well as the fact that they were almost 15 feet deep there and the mud caved in.